Hello everyone and welcome. It's Patty the Quiet Sister. Welcome back to my channel. Today's card project is a 4th of July card that I made using Pixi Dust Designs Rosette dies. And the paper would be from cut cardstock. So to get started, I cut out a bunch of different rosettes. There's 3 dies in the set, and it's just an accordion fold on all of the dies. So doing that, I already folded, it takes 2 die cuts to make 1 rosette. So I already folded 1 die cut and I'm folding the second one. And like I said, and it's an accordion fold. But on this one that I'm doing, you also have to fold in the very tips on that die cut. It's pre-scored for you so that it makes a pointy rosette. So then to get it together, you put score tape or glue on both ends, peel off the tape, and then take your tweezers or whatever it is you have to hold them together, because it does need a lot of assistance being held together. As you can see, the other end just fell apart. So hold it together for a couple minutes. The red one I had just done, so that's finished. That was the first one I ever made. So my issue was the middle would always pop up. So I had to figure out, because I'd never watched a video on how to deal with rosettes, how to make it not pop up. So I started trying to glue in between all of the folds and hold it with tape, and that was an epic fail. So don't do that, but I wanted to show you what I tried, and it did not work. So the thing that did work, and had I been thinking, I would have got my hot glue out because that would have worked a lot better, was that I cut out bigger circles, and I took a couple from my stash because I already had some in my stash. And then I put a ton of glue. You can see it right there. And then I put a weight on it. And that held it in place, and I let it set for like half an hour so that the glue could thoroughly dry, and that worked great. But like I said, use your hot glue gun, and it saves you a lot of heartache. So now that I have those rosettes done, I did cut out, the die set comes with the decorative circle, the decorative scallop, and the decorative heart. So you can add those into the centers and create really pretty little rosettes. So the red I didn't want stacked, so that one I left like that. So here I wanted smaller rosettes. So the first one, the white one, is its normal size. And the red one, I took about 1/4 of an inch off the flat edge so that I could have smaller rosettes. So they're very customizable. So then here I had finished making the rosettes. And the other thing about putting the circle or the little disc on the back is it makes it really easy to adhere it anywhere because you've got that nice flat surface for holding glue. So I made the blue teeny tiny, and I'm gluing that on top of the white rosette. Look how fun that is. I ended up not using that one, but I do love it. So now I'm adding a decorative center onto the red and white rosette and then letting that dry. So I didn't want to make you watch me stencil forever, so I cut this down. But I used Rockin' Red and Dress Blues and just lined the stencil up to where I wanted it. There's 2 stencils. One of them does the 3 stripes. One of them does the thicker stripes. So that's what I did for my background. Now here I'm cutting out the happy, and this is from Simon Says Stamp, Big Happy. And I did a couple layers of white, and then I'll add the red. And then just so you know, the die, oh my goodness, the papers used on this, it's all from cut cardstock. The red is Pop Tone Cherry Red. The white is Cougar White. And then the blue is Discount Cardstock Patriot Blue. So perfect 4th of July colors. That Christmas would be a beautiful Christmas red as well. I might need to order some more of that. But the one thing that I do really want you to know, other than using your hot glue gun, is use lightweight cardstock. 110-pound cardstock is not a good idea for these because you need to be able to get a good fold on these. So I wouldn't go any higher than 65. So the happy's all glued together. Very cute. I'll get that attached. I don't think my rosettes, yeah. I'm going to adhere my rosettes. See, I've got a nice flat surface back there for adhering. So I'm going to do that. So the card's going to say Happy 4th, but I didn't have a number that I liked that was the right size for this. So I did end up, and you won't see it on camera, going to my scan and cut and creating the 4th off of the scan and cut of an SVG that I got from Dreaming Tree, I believe. I purchased a set of numbers very inexpensively from Dreaming Tree. So getting all my rosettes adhered down. And then we will glue down the happy, and I do have that popped up. Yeah, this card has a lot of dimension. This is not a typical, it's definitely going to have to go in a 5x7 or larger envelope. And then the fourth, that you missed it all, but I had to cut it all out, like I said, with my scan and cut. And now I'm adding these little stars from Hero Arts, and it came in a card kit from Hero Arts, but they still sell them. So I added quite a few all over the project, and it was just the perfect finishing touch. I really like it. And the stars are kind of a champagne-y, goldish silver, so just a great color. So here's the finished project. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.